Well, good morning, everybody. Merry Christmas Eve. This is Christmas Eve today, and got a special shave for you today. I'm going to be featuring something that I just got, and well, I've had it for 2 days. But I've got a lot of information to throw at you, so I'm just going to start without a lot of introduction. What I'm talking about is the new Oliworks M3teorite aluminum razor. I got this 2 days ago. I've shaved with it once. This razor comes with 3 different plates. It comes with a mild, a medium, and an aggressive. And here's what the plates look like. This is the aggressive, and you can tell see the 3 little tails on the meteorite. That means aggressive. The medium has 2 tails, the mild has 1 tail. Today I'm going to be using the medium plate for the first pass, and then I'm going to try the aggressive plate for the second pass. I've had one shave with this razor, and that was yesterday, and I shaved with the mild plate for the first pass and the medium plate for the second pass. So you're going to get to see my first experience doing it this way, with the medium plate the first pass and the aggressive plate the second pass. Yesterday's shave was great. The first pass, I tell you what, I wondered if I even had a blade in the razor, but it really did take off the hair, the mild plate. Now I'm going to give you a bunch of information about this razor, and I'm going to have to read it. The weight of this razor is 1.42 ounces. It's aluminum. It is made with 6061 aluminum, which is a common aerospace grade of aluminum. The mild plate exposure, or the mild plate blade gap, is 0.508, which is mild. The exposure on that plate is 0.0686. The medium plate gap is 0.762, and the exposure on that one is 0.1372. The aggressive plate, the gap is 1.016, and the exposure is 0.20574. That's getting on down there to several decimal points out. But the handle length on this razor, I've got what they call the long handle, and it is 3.683 inches. I call it 3 3/4. And their short handle is 3.183, which is right at 3 1/4. The width of this razor is 1.70 inches, and the handle diameter is 0.574 inches. Now, you see the top there, they've got that little design on the cap. Now, you can get this razor with that or without it, and I ordered mine with it. This comes in 4 different colors. It comes in the blue, the gray, the red, and it comes in orange. The razor has a 30-day money-back guarantee, and it has a lifetime warranty. And these are made by a family. This is a family-owned business out in Mesa, Arizona. The business was founded in 2009, and it's a machine shop. And they started producing razors in 2023. And, somebody who starts producing razors this day and time has either got a lot of confidence in themselves, or they're taking a pretty big chance, because there's so many razors out there. But after my first shave with this, I'm telling you, it is a quality product. Now, I have been using, as everyone knows, the Henson aluminum. So I kind of compare these two. I'm not going to do one side today, but for my own satisfaction, I have compared these two. Based on yesterday's shave, they're very, very similar in the results. They're both great razors. The Henson is a great razor. This is a great razor. The one big thing I noticed about the difference, The Henson, and I think everyone has said this at some time or the other that has used the Henson, that it has a certain amount of drag on the face. And I think it's due to that built-in angle. This has no drag at all. It is just as smooth as it can be. It doesn't drag at all. That is the one big difference I noticed. Now, as I said before, I have not used this razor. I have not used the medium plate on the first pass, and I've not even used the aggressive plate on anything. So it's possible, I hope this doesn't happen, but it's possible that when I start my second pass with this aggressive plate, that I may go switch back to the medium. I don't know. I hope it doesn't happen, but we'll see. So the soap I'm using today is Macduff's Explorer series, and this is Rosemary Sea Salt. And man, I love it. It's one of my favorite scents. It's probably my favorite Macduff scent. And let me tell you what's in it, or what the scent notes are. It's fresh herbal rosemary, and I love rosemary. I guess that's why I like this so much. And saline sea salt up front, brightened by lemon, with earthly hints of conifer, basil, which is another one of my favorite herbs. I love basil. Anise and sage, and I love sage. So no wonder I love this soap. And it has a woody sandalwood in there somewhere. I don't really pick that up much. It has a calming lavender, it says, which I don't really pick up that much, but it's in there. And creamy shea for a clean, coastal, and balanced experience. Very, very nice smelling soap. I just love it. I really do. And it's a soft soap, which like all Macduff soaps. Okay, we've got all that out of the way. I'm going to wet my face, and I've got my bowl here, and we're going to get started with the shade. The brush I'm using today, I've got a handle here that I got from Frank's Shaving a good while back, and in this handle I put a Maggard's synthetic knot in it. I love Maggard's knots, and they're sort of like a plus soft type knot, and it's a 26 millimeter, but that's a beautiful handle from Frank's Shaving, and I really like it. So I'm going to go ahead and lather up. Look at that lather, isn't it pretty? Nice sheen on it. Macduff's is just a good soap. That's all there is to it. I've always been a fan of Macduff's. I used to know the guy's name that makes it, but I can't remember. Oh, I've got on my my other duck hat today, featuring, in case you're wondering, I've still got hair, but I just like hats. Ever since I was a little kid, I've worn hats of all sorts. We got some old home movies, and I've got a hat on in just about every one of them. All right, I think we're ready to try out this Oliworks M3teorite Aluminum razor with the mild plate on the first pass. So let's get started here. See how it does. Get up under those glasses. You can definitely hear the feedback. Okay, got that part out of the way. Now, we get down to business here. Man, that is smooth. No blade feel, virtually no blade feel at all. Oh, I've got an Astra Green in the razor, which is what I always use. It comes with a 5 pack tuck of, they're called Filoso blades. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I've used those. In fact, I have a pack of 100 of those. Well, I don't have 100 anymore. I bought a pack of 100. They're good blades, but I just like I like my Astras, and I know a lot of people don't, but I do. I'm not kidding you guys. This is very, very nice. I told you this is a family-owned business. I did some reading about them, and I mean, it's the whole family. Everybody's got a job. Jorge is the guy that I have been talking to when I ordered. He takes care of all the online stuff, and I emailed him before I ordered with a couple of questions. He's very helpful. But the dad's involved. I think the dad actually owned the machine company, machine shop. And I don't know what else they do. They make other things. I don't know what. I didn't ask him that, but they started in the razor business 2 years ago. Now, what got me onto them is I saw a Facebook advertisement for Oliworks, so I started doing some digging on the internet, found their website, started reading about them, and it just loved what I saw. By the way, this razor, look at all the knurling on this handle. It's insane. You should never drop this thing. But you get this razor and you get the three plates, everything, in a really nice box for $69. It's hard to beat. I've got an old nick, you'll see it right here on my face, that I actually got, believe it or not, from my Henson. And I'll tell you what happened. When I put the blade in, long story short, it wasn't in exactly right. And it caught me on the chin. It was a little uneven, and that was my fault, not the razor. So that's going to take care of my one chin pass. You know, I just do my chin once. My chin and my mustache area, I just do once. Now, the one place where the Henson outperforms this razor is getting up under the nose. With the Henson, I can just do it like this, and I get everything. With this razor, I have to do some cleaning up here. Now, I'm not an engineer by any means. There we go. But I think the difference probably is the curvature of the head. You know, the Henson's pretty flat. But anyway, that's the one place that I noticed that the Henson kind of held an edge. I'm gonna wet my face for to lather up for the next pass. Which will just be my cheeks and neck. And I'm going to change plates. And see how the aggressive plate feels. Take this one apart here. And as you'll see, this one has the two tails on the Meteor. See that? Well, let me get the water off of it. It's got two tails. And we're fixing to change to the three tails. So here we go. All right, and man, the blade is always in there perfectly when you load it. Hey, so far so good. I'm always a little nervous on aggressive razors. I'm not a fan of them. But man, what did I say this? The blade gap on this is 1.016. And it is butter. Wow, that is nice. And man, there's whiskers. It's getting them. Anxious to see how this does on this trouble spot that I have. And it is getting it done. Listen to that. But I promise, fellas, it doesn't feel aggressive. It really doesn't. It is smooth. It is very, very smooth. Now, and I know you get tired of hearing me say this, but I think it's very important with any razor, no pressure. I know this is aluminum. It only weighs, what, 1.42 ounces? But still, you just let the razor do it, and it will. This one will. And the Henson does too. So my prediction is that from this point forward, I will either be using this razor or the Henson. Because as I said, I still like the Henson. Henson's a great razor. Really is. Now I have had, I just sold, I've got the Henson Mild. This is the mild version of the Henson. And I had a medium. And I have had in the past their aggressive razor. With the 3 pluses. They do a plus on theirs. Like 1 plus is mild, 2 pluses is medium, 3 pluses is aggressive. I have had all 3 of those. Now I found that the mild is my favorite on the Hensons. I don't care for the feel of the medium, and I definitely didn't like their aggressive. And I think it's just it's the design of the razor, and I think that's why they waited. They pretty much had to be talked into doing a 3 plus razor. I remember back when that happened. And they put out a prototype of it and sent it to a few people. But they really weren't anxious to do that. I think I now know why that is. Because I just didn't care for it. Now some people like it, but I also didn't care for the medium. Just I don't know. It just is not nearly as smooth to me. Let me get my face cleaned off here. But I love the mild. Love it. And don't let the word mild fool you on the Henson. I talked to the owner one time of Henson. This has been a few years ago. And he told me he prefers the mild. That's what he uses. And if I'm not mistaken, that's probably the first one they came out with. But I don't know. I just didn't care for the medium or the aggressive. The Oliworks that I'm using today, man, I like the aggressive, and I like the medium. Very, very little feedback, and it's here where it always is, where I have to work so hard on this jawline, and I don't care what razor I use. That jawline is stubborn. It really is. Okay, so let me wash out the brush right quick. Lots of lather left in that brush. Taking me a minute to get it out of the brush here. I think I got most of it out anyway. Yeah. Yeah, there's the brush with the Maggard synthetic knot in it. And rinse this alum off. And get ready for this wonderful Macduff's aftershave. Boys, their aftershave's got a lot of good stuff in it. You can really feel it and see it. But it is hard to get out of they got some really tight restrictors. I'll have to work on that. See if I can make it a little bit bigger. You have to shake the heck out of it to get the aftershave out. But that's it. I don't think I showed that to you. That's the aftershave. And man, I'm telling you, this Oliworks razor is a good one. And I wouldn't lie to you because I have no reason to. I certainly don't get anything from them for telling you that. If I didn't like it, I'd let you know. But I really, really like it. In fact, I think I could do my entire shave with that aggressive plate. That's how smooth it is. And with the blade gap of, let me find it again. Okay, 1.016. That's a pretty good blade gap. And but it just doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel that aggressive. And I'll show you. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. This says Oliworks engineered for excellence, built to last, Arizona, USA, 6061 AL. I don't know if that'll focus, but that's what the plates look like on the front. I mean, on the back, on the front, and there you'll see that those two little bursts or whatever they are off the meteorite there. And again, I'll show you the top, which, as I said, you can get this with this design on the top or without when you order. And you also can get either the long handle like this one or the short handle. Now the long handle, I think the short handle is a little cheaper. I can't remember the price of it, but this was $69. No, I'm wrong about that. It's $69 with the short handle, and I paid, I think, $72 because I wanted the long handle. It's a little more expensive with the long handle, but hey, it's worth it. Well, if you like longer handles, which I do, it's worth it. But hey, that's the shave for today. That's the Oliworks Aluminum. They make a stainless. They have a stainless razor. Now, gosh, don't hold me to this. I'm going off of memory here. I think their stainless is $139, if I'm not mistaken. But hang on a minute. Let me get the box to show you. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Here's the box. This is the box it comes in. It's got a little pull tab here. You pull it open, and the razor fits in there. Now this is the blades that come with it. I think that's Filoso or Filiso. I don't know how you say that, but they're nice blades. But I just like my Astras. There's the front of the box. There's the side. It says machined and assembled from our family to yours. High quality razor, and they're not lying. There's the top of it, and there's the bottom of it, and the little thing you pull to open. Very nice packaging. So that's it for today. Sorry I went a little long, but I had to give you a lot of information, and hope you enjoyed the shave. And if you get a chance to try an Oliworks, my recommendation is you do. But you know, we're all different. You may not like it. I love it. I really do. But I gotta say, I love my Henson too. They both got their strengths and they both got their weaknesses. The drag is the biggest weakness of the Henson, and it does have some drag to it. This has none. But as I told you, it doesn't get up under the nose as easily as the Henson does. And that's the only difference I could find as far as a weakness goes between this and the Henson. Otherwise, it's a great razor, guys. So I'm going to let you go. Merry Christmas. I hope you and your family have a great Christmas and a very happy New Year. I don't know when I'll be back to do another one. Maybe before New Year's. May not be till next year. I may not see you till next year. But we'll see what happens. But I'll talk to you later. Adios.